All right, so you know how we've been talking about Kabbalah? We're diving even deeper into this whole concept of self-love today.
And you found some really interesting stuff about it, too.
I did. This Bulgarian take on it. It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, we've got that transcript you sent over.
From Visible and Invisible, right?
Yeah, with Nina and Nino.
Okay, so was there anything about how they see self-love that really stood out to you?
Well, Nino, he says something pretty interesting
Okay.
about how humans, we are actually like hardwired to love ourselves.
Really?
Yeah, he says we have nothing more beloved to us than ourselves.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It almost sounds a bit selfish, doesn't it? Like, aren't we supposed to put others first?
Right. And that's where the difference between this genuine self-love and like egotism comes in.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because Nino actually says that people who are really egotistical, they actually lack self-love.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They're always looking for validation from other people because deep down, they're not secure with themselves.
Right, it's like they need everyone else to tell them they're okay.
Exactly.
Because they don't believe it themselves.
And this is where it gets really interesting, like with the Kabbalah perspective.
Okay, tell me more.
They connect the self-love to, get this, our divine origin.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. What do they mean by divine origin, though?
So it's like this. Each of us, we carry a little spark of the Creator inside, right? Nina even calls it like a piece of God.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, we're all reflections of the divine.
So we're inherently valuable because of that.
Exactly. And recognizing that, that's what real self-love is all about.
It's not about ego, then. It's about honoring that value within.
Exactly. And from there, that's how we start to connect with everything else around us.
I can't wait to hear more about that. This is already blowing my mind.
I know, right? It's powerful stuff.
So we're talking about how important this idea of self-love is.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking, like, doesn't that become all about me, 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 me?
That's a good question. A lot of people wonder that.
Right.
But the thing is, Kabbalah doesn't just stop at loving yourself.
Really?
It actually connects it to how you treat everyone around you.
Okay, how does that work?
It goes back to that whole idea of everything being connected.
Okay.
Like Nino, he compares us to drops of water. We might look separate, but we all come from the same source, right?
The same ocean?
Exactly. And in Kabbalah, that source is Adam.
Oh, right, the first human.
Yeah, so even though we experience life as individuals,
Right.
deep down, we're all part of this one big thing.
I like that.
Yeah, there's this famous rabbi, Rabbi Akiva. He sums it up perfectly. He says, love your neighbor as yourself.
Wow, so it's not just about being nice, it's deeper than that.
Exactly. It's like harming someone else. You're actually harming a part of yourself.
Because we're all connected.
Exactly. And remember we talked about ego earlier.
Yeah.
Like always needing other people to tell you you're good enough.
Right, right.
Kabbalah would say that happens when you forget this connection.
You forget that you're already a part of something bigger.
Yeah. You're already whole and worthy just as you are.
And that's where real self-love comes in.
Yeah. When you truly get that, then you don't need anyone else to validate you.
And that's how you can really start to love other people.
Exactly. Because you're not coming from a place of need anymore.
This is making a lot of sense to me now.
Right. It changes everything.
So how do we actually put this into practice? How do we find that self-love?
Well, Nina has some really good advice in the transcript.
Okay, good, because that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. And it's not like super complicated stuff either.
Even better.
She talks about how important it is to connect with something bigger than yourself.
Okay, I like that.
Like whether it's your faith or nature or whatever, helps you feel that sense of wonder.
It's like remembering there's more to life than just our own little bubble, right?
Exactly. And from there, she says, look inward. Think about what makes you, your strengths, your passions.
Right, what we're naturally good at.
Exactly. And when we recognize those things, we can share them with the world.
It's like we're giving a gift, but it also feels good to us.
Right. It's self-love in action.
And she also mentions setting boundaries, learning to say no.
Oh, that's a big one, isn't it?
It is. It's funny, though, because sometimes it feels selfish to do that.
Right. Like putting yourself first.
But really, if you think about it, when we take care of our own needs, we can be there for others better.
Exactly. And this is where I think that Taoist thing you mentioned could be really helpful.
You mean the inner smile meditation?
Yeah. That one really stuck with me.
Me too. It's amazing how just visualizing that warm feeling can shift your whole energy.
And when you combine that with this Kabbalah idea that we're already worthy, just as we are.
It's like a 1-2 punch of self-love.
right? On a physical and spiritual level.
I love that.
It's powerful stuff.
It really is.
And it is achievable if we're willing to put in the effort.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
I agree. We've barely scratched the surface of Kabbalah.
I know. But still, I feel like we've learned so much.
Right. About self-love, about where it comes from, about how it connects us to others.
It all goes back to that idea that when we harm others, we're really harming ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because on a fundamental level, we're all connected.
So taking care of ourselves, taking care of each other, it's all part of the same thing.
And that's what I love about this Bulgarian perspective. They make it so clear.
They do. It's like a whole new way of looking at the world.
And it starts with each of us, with that little spark of the divine inside.
That's a beautiful thought to end on. So for everyone listening, think about one small act of self-love you can practice today. Maybe it's taking a walk in nature or treating yourself to your favorite meal. Whatever it is, savor it. And know that by taking care of yourself, you're also taking care of the world around you. Until next time.